Welcome back, everybody. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. In today's video, I will be making a battle pass skin tier list. So I feel like a lot of people don't consider the Renegade Raider or Aerial Assault Trooper battle pass skins, but they're here, so I guess I'll rank them. And for the tiers, S tier is the best. We have A tier, which is second best, B tier, C tier, D tier, E tier is second worst, and F tier is the worst tier. So we're just gonna hop right into this, guys. Sentinel, one of the worst battle pass skins ever created, automatic F tier. Brutus I think is decent, and he has some decent edit styles, but he's still D tier, a little bit too bulky. I would say Demi is the perfect example of a C tier skin, just sort of average, plain, nothing crazy or special about her. I would say Rox, with those extra edit styles, places her right in B tier. I think she is an average skin, but with those edit styles, she's a little bit above average, and I would say she is a little bit more special than the C tier skins. We have the Catalyst here. I've never been a huge fan of this skin. I like certain edit styles, I dislike other ones, so I'm gonna place her in C tier. I think the Nightshade is one of the worst skins ever created, very unneeded. It's a Fate reskin, F tier. We have the Sky right here. I absolutely love the animation for this skin. It sort of reminds me of Adventure Time. I feel like a lot of people can agree with that. She has some amazing edit styles as well. She goes right into S tier. We have Lux, which is my favorite tier 100 skin. I love how clean the skin is, S tier. Zenith, I've never been a fan of. I think it's so boring and so awful. It goes right into F tier, guys. The Renegade Raider, I think, is a little bit above average, going into B tier. We have the Sunstrider, which is the epitome of average, right into C tier, guys. We have the Agent Pili here. I love the original Pili, but I feel like this one is an unneeded reskin. I still love the Pili, so he's going in D tier. The Meowscles, I absolutely love it. It is my second favorite battle pass skin this season, chapter 2 season 2. He's going right into A tier. The Dire, I absolutely love as a tier 100 skin. He's going into A tier. Battlehawk, one of those unneeded skins I don't care about, F tier. We have the Dusk right here. I don't know really where to place this one. Maybe D tier, maybe C, maybe B. I'm feeling like C tier for this one. Not a huge fan of it, but I definitely don't dislike it. We have the Bunker Jonesy. I feel like this is the giddy up of whatever season this came out in. It's awful, it's unneeded, it's lazy, E tier. We have the Omega right here, and I don't want to put any tier 100 skins in the F tier. I don't think they deserve it, but Omega to me is just plain and boring. He's going in E tier. The Drift is my favorite battle pass skin overall, easily S tier. This Fisherman skin is awful, I hate it, F tier. The Blackheart is a skin that has so much potential, so much promise, but it's ruined by Epic Games design. I love this skin, but it could be improved upon so much that it has to go right into C tier. I think Vendetta is decent. I do think he is slightly above average. If there was a tier in between C and B, I would place it there, but B tier. The Deadpool, it's all right, it's okay. I'm gonna put it in B tier. The Fusion, I really don't care for. I think it is an average skin, C tier. We have the Ragnarok up next. He's going into B tier. I love all of his edit styles. The only problem I have with him is his horns, or that mask, is a little bit too bulky. Tiantina, a solid skin with good edit styles. I like the gold version, B tier. Sparkle Supreme, F tier easily, all day, unneeded reskin, awful skin. We have the Midas up next. I really do like it, but it's going right into B tier. We have the Royale Knight. I honestly think this one is amazing. It's grown on me a ton. I love that it's a pretty unique design, and I would say there isn't another skin like it except for her male counterpart, and I love it. Creative, A tier. We have the Sergeant Winter up next. Never really been a fan of this one. I don't think it deserves F tier because of that last edit style, E tier. The Zoe is one of those skins that I want to love, but I feel like the color scheme is just a little bit too vibrant for my liking for this skin. D tier for Zoe. We have the 8-Ball versus Scratch. I love this skin. It's so clean. A tier. We have the DJ Yonder up next. I really did like this skin when it first came out, but I would say the regular Yonder just outplaces it so hard that it destroys this skin. E tier. The Dark Voyager I think is an average skin at this point, nothing too special. Cameo versus Chick I would say is a little bit above average. I do like that secondary edit style a little bit more than the first, but pretty dope skin. Sidewinder never really been a fan of, but I would say it's just a little bit below average at D tier. The Carbide goes right next to Omega in E tier. Don't really care for either of these skins. The Fable, I actually really do like her very detailed design, and I think it places her above the average threshold going into B tier. The John Wick is one of those legendary skins that you just can't hate on. I think he does deserve that S tier. Such a clean skin, and there have been so many reskins off of this skin that I absolutely love. I love this design. We have the Pili up next, one of my favorite meme skins in this game, S tier. This is such a boring, bad design. I don't care for any of the edit styles. E tier. Holy crap, this one is ugly. E tier. I do like the X-Lord a little bit more than the Rust Lord. I'm gonna put him in A tier actually, guys. I really love this skin. I think Rust Lord will be in B tier, but the X-Lord is dope. The Prisoner, pretty good design, but I'm gonna have to put him in C tier. I never really use him, but I do like his design. The Yonder I think is a lot better than the DJ Yonder, but I still have to put him in C tier. The Ice King is just slightly better than Omega, not by much. I'm gonna still have to put him in E tier though. We have the Master Key up next. I actually really like this skin. B tier. The Rust Lord, like we said earlier, he's going in B tier. Remedy versus Toxin I think deserves the A tier spot. I love how clean this medic design is. It's one of my favorites. The funny thing about the links, early on when it first came out, I thought it was so boring and plain. I would have put it in F tier, but as of right now, it's jumped all the way up to one of my favorite skins in this game at S tier. Every single one of the edit styles is on point. I love how detailed the first ones are and how simple the last ones are, but it's absolutely amazing. Giddy Up, easily F tier. The Scientist, E tier, a little bit better than the Visitor, but not by much. Moonwalker, another E tier skin, don't really care for it. The AIM, I would say is somewhat average. I don't really dislike it or like it. I'm gonna put it in C tier. Sorana, I would say is easily a C tier skin. It's so average. Tilted Technique, I really don't care for this design, guys. I have to put it in D tier. The Trog, I feel like it's a good idea. Horrible execution. This one goes in E tier. Never been a fan of this skin. E tier. Ripley is easily one of the best meme skins in this game. A tier. Powder, never been a fan of. E tier. Calamity, one of my favorite skins. Love every single one of the edit styles. S tier all day. For the Singularity, I really don't care for it. I saw it when it first came out, but I didn't even grind to get it. I don't care for it. It's D tier, guys. The Squad Leader is literally an abomination. It's easily F tier. The Maya, I love all the different unique edit styles you can get with her. I wish there was a little bit more variety, but it's still an A tier skin. Enforcer is the definition of C tier or average. The Huntress, horrible, F tier. Aerial Assault Trooper, I actually do like, B tier. The Ultimate Knight, way better than the Black Knight. See, where's the Black Knight? We haven't picked it yet, but this one is way better than the Black Knight. I love the Knight design. It goes in S tier. I like the Rook a little bit more than these sort of average skins, even though I do think it is somewhat average. It's going in B tier, guys. The Hybrid, one of my favorite Battle Pass skins in this game. Love all the edit styles. S tier. Sparkle Specialist, one of my favorite Battle Pass skins. Love the design and color scheme. S tier. Elite Agent, S tier. Technique, definition of C tier. Visitor, F tier. We have the Valor. I want to like this skin, but it's going into E tier, guys. I dislike this design so much, but it is better than the Battle Hawk. I'm gonna have to put it into E tier. I love the Ember skin. I think it's so dope. A tier. Redline is the definition of C tier for me. The Ultimate Knight has destroyed the Black Knight for me, and I'm gonna put it in D tier. I just can't even stand this skin compared to the Ultimate Knight. We have the Blue Squire. I absolutely love it. A little bit less than the Royale Knight, so I'm gonna put him in B tier. Lastly, for the onesie, I think it's a decent skin. It deserves C tier, guys. So you guys are gonna have to tell me what you think about my ranking here. Do you guys disagree? Do you guys agree with these rankings? I really want to hear what you guys have to say. Overall, I would say this is a perfect ranking for me. Some of the skins in A tier I wouldn't use as much as the ones in B or C tier. tier just because I think the ones in B or C tier are a little bit more usable sometimes. Like, I'm not always going to want to use the Pili or the Ripley. I would rather use something a little bit more simple like the TNTina, or even something like the Demi or the Redline. But at the end of the day, I would choose A and S tier over all of the other tiers below it, guys. This is my list. This is what I like to see. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Drop a like, subscribe, turn on those notifications as well, guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.